P2istheName.
Yeah, the YouTuber P2istheName. And wow, it really, it's one of those things that kind of makes you stop and think.
Yeah, it's a tough one, for sure. I mean, this news initially broke on TMZ, and then people picked it up.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, so it's detailing how they found Philip. He had passed away in a mailroom in LA County.
This past Friday.
Yeah, just this past Friday, March 14th.
Like, it's just so sudden.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it hits even harder when you realize how many people follow these creators online.
Absolutely.
And how connected they feel to them. So
Yeah.
we really want to unpack that a little bit today, right? Go beyond the headline and understand what this all means, especially if you're someone who, you know, spends time online, follows these creators.
For sure.
So to start, let's just lay out the basic facts that we know.
Okay.
Philip Enewally, 26 years old, known online as P2istheName, was found dead in a mailroom
In LA County.
in LA County on Friday, March 14th.
Yeah, and it's worth pointing out that the reports we've seen so far don't actually say what caused his death.
Right.
And we haven't seen anything official from the LA County Medical Examiner's Office.
Yeah, and TMZ mentioned that Philip's mother confirmed the news
Oh, wow.
and asked for privacy, which, you know, obviously totally understandable.
Of course. Yeah.
It's just a reminder that behind every online persona,
Yeah.
there's a real person with a family and loved ones.
Absolutely. And you know, you think about the fact that P2istheName had built this huge following.
Yeah.
Almost 4 million subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
And he'd been doing this for like 10 years.
A decade.
Yeah, a decade. That's a lifetime in the online world, you know?
Right.
I mean, that's a real testament to his ability to connect with people.
Yeah, 10 years is like an eternity online.
It is.
And he basically grew up online alongside his audience. And from what we read, his content was mostly gaming videos. You know,
Yeah.
NBA 2K, Fortnite, those kinds of games.
Yeah, huge communities around those games.
Huge.
I mean, super passionate fans.
Absolutely. But he didn't just do gaming videos.
Yeah, he branched out.
He did vlogs, pranks, like showed other sides of himself.
Which is smart, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to keep growing your audience over that long a period, you got to mix it up a bit.
Give people a reason to stick around.
Exactly. You know? And he did that really well, it seems like.
Right. And then he took things even further.
How so?
He became an entrepreneur.
Oh, yeah, I read about that.
Yeah, he didn't just make videos. He founded a production company called Iced Entertainment
Wow.
and even started his own clothing line.
That's impressive.
It is. And what's really interesting is that he brought his audience along on that journey.
Yeah.
Like he documented the process of building those businesses.
Which is really smart. I mean,
Yeah.
it gives people a behind-the-scenes look at what it takes to be an entrepreneur.
Exactly. And it shows them that it's not always easy.
Yeah, the report mentioned that he was really open about the challenges he faced,
Yeah.
about his faith too, which suggests he was willing to be vulnerable with his audience.
There was this one video title that really sticks with me now.
What was it called?
It was, I made my own clothing brand, and it actually worked.
Kind of poignant now.
Yeah, and he talked about being emotional and grateful.
Oh, wow.
Even praying for his business. You know, it just makes you think about the pressure he might have felt to make everything succeed.
For sure. I mean, that kind of vulnerability is powerful.
Yeah.
It creates a deeper connection with your audience when you let them see the real you.
Absolutely. So the report says his last video was uploaded about 2 weeks ago,
Wow.
which in the online world is not a long time at all.
No, that's like yesterday practically.
Right. It means he was still active, still
Yeah.
creating.
Yeah.
And there's this other detail about him planning to move from LA to Atlanta,
Oh, that's right.
which adds another layer to all of this, you know?
Yeah, you start to wonder what was going on in his life, what led him to make that decision.
Exactly. And there was a reaction from another YouTuber
Kaltman? Oh, yeah, I saw that.
who said he was at a loss for words.
Yeah.
And talked about how kind Philip was and how he gave him advice.
That's really touching.
It is. It shows you how close-knit the creator community can be.
Yeah, it's not just about views and subscribers, it's about real relationships.
Right.
And when someone like that is gone, it's felt by everyone.
So we've covered a lot here.
We have.
The news itself, Philip's online career, his entrepreneurial ventures, the reactions from other creators.
Right.
What are some of the big takeaways here for someone trying to make sense of this?
Well, I think it highlights the complexities of online fame.
Okay.
You know, here's someone who achieved so much at such a young age,
Right.
built this huge following, started businesses, and then suddenly he's gone and we don't even know why.
It makes you think about what we don't see.
Exactly what's happening behind the scenes.
Right. Because he shared so much of his life online.
Yeah.
His hobbies, his work, his beliefs. But there were obviously parts he kept private.
Of course, and sadly, we may never know what was truly going on.
Yeah, and it makes you think about the pressures that come with being in the public eye.
Absolutely, even in a world that seems so fun and lighthearted.
Yeah. What really struck me was the contrast between his vibrant online presence
Yeah.
and the circumstances of his passing found in a mailroom.
It's jarring, for sure.
It's like a reminder that online success doesn't always tell the whole story.
Right, there's always more going on than what we see on the surface.
So for you, the listener who brought this to our attention today,
Yeah,
we've taken this deep dive into Philip Enewally's life and death.
we have.
We've looked at his impact as a creator and entrepreneur.
Right.
And the reactions from his community.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it all leads us to this. What does it tell us about the connections we form with people online?
Yeah.
These one-sided relationships, these parasocial relationships.
It's a really interesting question.
It is, and it makes you think about the fragility of life no matter how big your digital footprint is.
It really does.
Thanks for exploring this with us today.
It's been a pleasure as always.
We'll see you next time.
See you then.